Hello, my name is Vedant. I am a legal intern with Lexis and Company. In today's video, before starting out the video, I would like to say that like and share the videos of the channel and subscribe to the channel of Lexis and Company. There is a small disclaimer according to the guidelines of the Bar Council of India. The videos of the channel does not promote or advertise anything about the channel, and these videos are only for educational purposes. So, today's topic of the video is Section 112 of the Indian Evidence Act, which presumes the legitimacy of a child. Section 112 of the Indian Evidence Act 1872 relates to the legitimacy of a child born during wedlock. The law presumes that if a child is born during the continuation of a valid marriage between his mother and any man, or within 280 days after its dissolution, the mother remained unmarried, it is conclusive proof of its legitimacy unless it can be proven that the parties to the marriage did not have any sort of access to one another. The legislative spirit behind this section seeks to establish that any child born during a valid marriage must be legitimate. The law does not presume dishonorable or immemorial actions unless conclusive proof can be produced for the same. Therefore, Section 112 is based on the presumption of public morality and public policy. But there are certain loopholes in Section 112. The establishment of paternity under both civil and criminal law is extremely important. The law presumes the legitimacy of a child born during a valid marriage as conclusive. The only exceptions under the law is non-access between the parties. This non-access refers to the non-existence of opportunities for sexual intercourse. This creates a legal lacuna with respect to cases where paternity may be disputed even when the parties had access to each other. For example, in cases of adultery. In such a case, due to standard of conclusive proof, a party with a legitimate case trying to dispute paternity will find themselves without remedy due to inability to produce any evidence. The exception to this law, that is non-access, is not wide enough to cover all possible situations under the ambit of this law. Thus, the law is a draconian law based on morality with no relevance in the modern era. There are some exceptions of non-access. Section 112 of the Indian Evidence Act provides a very limited exception to the presumption of legitimacy of a child. A valid marriage may not be conclusive proof if it can be shown that the parties to the marriage had no access to each other during the time of conception. This has to be proved beyond a reasonable doubt and not just mere balance of probabilities. As previously stated, the section is based on presumption of moral behavior. However, one cannot completely disregard the possibility of such behavior, in which case the party disputing the paternity is being held unjustly accountable. The purpose of law is to provide justice in fair and efficient manner. When moral principles became the basis for law, it defeats the basic purpose. This can be illustrated with an example. Like when two people are getting divorced, one of the parties may be unjustly compelled to pay child support even though there is no biological relation between the party and the child. Thus, the scope of this exception is too restrictive and limited for the proper implementation of law. So this was all about the section 112. In conclusion, I want to say that there exists a lacuna in law which leaves many people looking for remedy without any remedy. Till now, in cases where there is access between the party and yet one of the party wants to dispute paternity, DNA testing is not allowed because of the limited scope of exceptions to this law and the standard of conclusive proof. Even though the law may have been protective of women and children in a time when society was not kind to either, with the advances in social morality and science, it no longer holds valid. Credit must be given to the Law Commission of India, which made suggestions for the amendment of Section 112 of the Indian Evidence Act through Evidence Amendment Bill 2013. The bill proposes to expand the scope of exceptions to Section 112 to include tests which can conclusively prove paternity at the expense of the disputing party. It also lays down certain procedure to ensure that the test is conducted in a scientific and a safe manner. The proviso to the amendment also states that if a man refuses to undergo such test, he will be deemed to have waived his defense to any claim of patronage made under him. This is a much needed reform which adequately addresses the lacuna while also making it subject to stringent conditions, thereby preserving the spirit of protectionism of the law. Unfortunately, the bill has not yet been passed. It is the need of the hour and must be enacted at earliest possible time. So this was all about Section 113 of Indian Evidence Act. Thank you. Do like and share the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel of Lexis and Company.